Hello, Mark.
Hi, Michelle.
I saw your latest videos on money. Mark, can you tell me how money is created?
Sure, Michelle. It is rather simple, so do not be shocked. Even as the famous John Galbraith said, and I quote, "The process by which money is created is so simple that the mind is repelled."
Fascinating. Please go on. I promise not to be shocked or repelled.
Okay, I will give it to you the way in which I learned it. Suppose a person walks into a town, and that this person has 10 $100 bills in their pocket. In this same town, a brand new bank has opened up.
Okay. Nice to have $1,000 in this tight economy, but go on.
Okay, let us suppose this person is you, Michelle. You deposit your $1,000 into this new bank. You are their first depositor. Now you have $1,000 in assets in this bank, and the bank now has a $1,000 liability. Now there is a federal rule which states that a bank can loan out a proportion or a fraction of the money on deposit. In theory, now remember I said theory. Banks are allowed to loan out only 90% of the money that they have on deposit. In this case you deposited 1,000 of your dollars. So now, the bank, in theory, can loan out 90% of that money. The bank can now loan out $900, because banks are only required to hold 90% of their deposits, or a fraction of their deposits on reserve. The term is coined, fractional reserve banking.
Interesting. I had often wondered where the term came from. It is said quite a bit when the media discusses the economy.
Now, banks do not make money by holding on to it. Banks only make money when they grant loans. So now the bank has to find someone who wants to borrow $900. Let's use our friend and colleague Ray for this example.
One problem here, Mark. How will the bank ever get Ray to take time out from host strolling long enough to get him to fill out paperwork for a loan?
Michelle, the depths of your degradation. However, it is quite true, the bloke is always trying to get a leg over.
Oh well, we can pretend. After all, this is animation. So let's pretend Ray is not preoccupied with host strolling.
Very well. So the bank now has a client, a borrower. They make a loan to Ray for $900. Ray can take his latest bird out for a pint or two. Nevertheless, Ray spends the money. Let's say he takes his date out on the town. Ray now blows all of his newly borrowed $900 at the pub. Now the pub will deposit this money in the bank. It could be the same bank or a different bank altogether. Now the bank has another bit of money to loan. It can loan out, in theory, 90% of the new deposit, which is $900. The bank can loan $810. So the bank finds itself another customer to borrow this money. Along comes Earth's last hope. Who needs a loan to form his new world army and submarine base or his new alien detection center, where he can more easily communicate with the aliens he claims to be led by?
Mark, be fair. This guy, Earth's last hope, he is not serious about being led by aliens, is he?
Well, according to recorded shows or recordings from their chat room, he is dead serious. The guy really worries me. Anyway, let's say Earth's last hope borrows the now available $810. He goes and spends it on getting Superman t-shirts with his picture on it for all of his Young Earth Defense Federation members. Now this t-shirt shop will deposit this money in the bank, and now the bank has another amount of money to loan. This time 90% of $810 is available to loan. 90% of $810 is $729. This cycle goes on and on. Let's say it goes to the point that the banks have loaned out a total of $10,000.
What happens if I want to withdraw my money from the bank?
Wait. Stop there, Michelle. See. Banks loan money, and it creates money. When loans are paid back, it deletes or takes money from the system. Also notice that this 90% fractional reserve banking scheme is flawed. If all the depositors wanted to withdraw their money all at once, well, the money is not there. The only money that is present is your initial $1,000. The rest was simply created on paper. So, from this, we can plainly see that money is loaned into creation.
Very interesting, Mark. I have one more question. Where did my original $1,000 come from?
Great question, Michelle. I will be getting into that part in the next video. I will do it in person, but wanted my alter ego to do this one. So, if we do not get skinned alive for picking on poor Ray, I will do it very soon.
Great, and I am sure Ray will not mind you taking the piss with him. He does have quite a sense of humor. As for Earth Last Hope, well.
Now you made me remember something. Be sure to visit USA180.org and also our new conspiracy site at nwoconspiracy.org. We show real research and real facts and debunk all the fraud and made-up junk online that is distracting from the real issues. Michelle, people are becoming aware that something is awfully wrong in such a large fashion. We do not need self-celebrity seekers and profiteers being the first thing these fellow patriots see. So we set up the nwoconspiracy.org site to show them facts and also to try and to expose the made-up fairy tales out there, in an effort to restore a good name to a legitimate research area that these fraudsters have ruined.
Also visit vocalbrush.com as well. We cover many issues as well as being a place for musicians. We also offer chat and many cool things on the site.
Michelle, thanks for your time, and I look forward to your next video. By the way, sorry our marriage did not work out. I should have told you I was a shapeshifter. Sorry you had to catch me eating crickets. You can watch her video on this matter on her YouTube site at Vocal Brush. Until I come back in the flesh, watch your rights.
Okay, Mark. Talk to you soon. Goodbye all, and thank you for watching.